So nowadays, we hear a lot. Clients, brokers, developers announcing new communities, new projects. What's coming? Can you enlighten us? What is new in Dubai?
I know that a lot of news are coming out in the market, and people are actually overwhelmed that every day a new announcement would come that Emaar is launching, Damac is launching, Miras is launching, Aldar is launching, and now you can see the trend moving towards more to the community, master communities, than to the individual buildings within the projects. So obviously there are a lot of reasons why these communities are coming up. First of all, you must have heard about the recent announcement by the government itself that Al Maktoum Airport is going to be, the construction of the Al Maktoum Airport is going to start, and it's a 128 billion dirhams worth of project. It is going to be the world's largest airport. Obviously, and all the operations of the current airport, they're going to move towards Al Maktoum Airport. So once you do that, you need residential units around it. So obviously all those developers are working on government's D33 agenda.
So what does it mean? Can you explain what is it, this agenda about? Is it something the center of Dubai will be moved, or what is it like? Explain us.
I mean, as of now, trust me, I am in the market from last 1 decade, and I'm still trying to find out the center of Dubai. I was not able to find out which one is the center of Dubai. And obviously in a developing city or in a developing country, you cannot decide which one is the center unless the whole city is developed and we stop developing. But this is not happening in this case. In our case, every day, every year we come up with a new plan, and every year we have more projects coming up. So obviously you can say once the airport would be moved towards that side, so that area would be much more high in demand, and that area would require a lot of residential units. And that's why, see, the government is following the footsteps and they're going step by step. It's just like we are not able to recognize what's going on. It's easy to know what's happening. First they announce Palm Jabal Ali. Right. Then they announce the Expo City.
Yeah.
Right.
Dubai South.
Then they started developing Dubai South. Then they announced Al Maktoum Airport. Then developer announced communities around Al Maktoum Airport. So it's very clear, and Al Maktoum Airport is not today's project. Al Maktoum Airport was designed, I don't know, 5, 6 or 10 years back, and it was already planned. Dubai World Central was already planned more than 10 years ago. When they announced Expo 2020, along with Expo 2020, they announced the Dubai World Central as well. It was just a matter of time when they actually had to start the construction of the airport and make it operational.
Right. So basically, because it's such a huge project of Dubai Airport, so everything nearby is coming for that reason, because Dubai is expanding to this side, right?
Yeah.
So what do we have currently there? Which project, by which developers, which type of property is there?
Okay, first of all, I just want to add one more line to your previous question about why every developer is launching projects around it. It's just like all those developers are working along with the government to implement the D33 agenda. So D33 agenda is very clear that you have to double your economy by D33, like 2033, and you have to double your population by 2040. Now, if you want to double your population by 2040, and if you're aiming that, we are struggling today with a population of almost 3.5 million. Struggling means that there is a shortage of ready properties, and that is why the prices are going high every day. Just you can see the traffic situation, you can see how many people are moving towards Dubai. So that means you need to double whatever you have today in Dubai. So that is why the airport is double the size of the existing airport. Whatever is coming up is going to be the malls, like for example, the Creek Harbor Mall is going to be double the size of Dubai Mall. everything, whatever exists in Dubai, you need to double it. So whatever number of communities are available in Dubai, you need to double the number of communities. You need to double the number of apartments. You need to double the number of financial districts. You need to double the number of retail spaces. You need to double the number of each and everything. So this is the thing. That is why all those developers are coming up with multiple projects. Now, answering to your second question, that what's coming up, you said like
which developers are coming with new communities? What kind of properties will be there?
Okay, obviously in this whole plan, MR is going to be the main game changer. So as far as my information is concerned, which I collected of course from different sources, and it says that it is going to be like a sandwich of Al Maktoum Airport in between MR communities. So MR actually owns all the lands, which are next to the Al Maktoum Airport. So talking about MR South. MR South is already an existing community of MR. There is a possibility.
With townhouses and villas and even apartments.
Yes. So you can see MR is going to launch very soon. And by the way, they are already launching, and this year they have multiple launches planned already in the MR South. So that means whatever land is left in MR South, it is going to be launched and sold out this year. Once it's sold out, what's next? Obviously, you can expect extension of MR South later on. Okay, then because if you look at the map, behind MR South you have a big land parcel. Who is going to develop it? Okay, then you have, if you go to the other side of the Al Maktoum Airport, there is a small land which is right next to the DIP, Dubai Investment Park. All right, some of the land belongs to DAMAC, and DAMAC is going to announce the community this month, right, end of this month, with townhouses. So you can expect like 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom townhouses coming up with the similar concept of what they introduced in DAMAC Lagoons. It is going to be DAMAC Lagoons 2. Expecting, okay, now this is very interesting. I always see my colleagues, brokers, they're always waiting for the information to come, and developer take full advantage of it. So they would take full advantage of this, that, okay, there is no information. I mean, it's, if you know the market, easy to know what will be the price in X. Now, let's take example of,
let's talk about prices, what we can expect, because as we see today, there is no official information from the developers, but what we can do, because the clients are interested, they want to participate in this unique opportunity to have a unit from the first phases of new communities. So, but there is no official information. So what should we do in this case? How to find a project unit, how to
educate yourself. I think this is the first thing what any broker has to do. I mean, it's not a rocket science to understand what's coming up. Now see, I don't know you guys, including investors, and you keep your investors waiting for information to come. If you have enough knowledge from the market, and if you are well experienced, you know exactly what's coming up. Even the developer is not willing to tell you anything. Easy to know. How? Okay. You can relate from the recent launches. DAMAC is consecutively like launching townhouses in DAMAC. It's 2 sizes from 2,400 square feet. And now this is the layout they want to promote. All right, it's a G+2 concept, 2,400 square foot. This is the layout which is coming up. So, and it's successful and it's being sold out. The developer don't want to try something new while already there is something which is working for them. All right, so you can expect a size in the new community without, it's not official. Obviously, I don't want to say that this is official or this is confirmed, but I can relate what's coming up, and I can give some rough approximate ideas to my investors on the basis of what I can collect checks, right? And I can make them comfortable. Now, obviously, the sizes are between 2,200 to 2,400 square feet. In that area, I don't think so they are going to release per square foot price less than 1,000. And I also believe that the price will not be more than 1,200. So the price is going to stay somewhere between 1,000 to 1,100. Now, according to that, the price for a starting villa, for the smallest villa, which will be I think 4-bedroom, would be what, 2.2 to 2.4 million. You can expect the starting price for a 4-bedroom. Now coming back to the 5-bedroom. 5-bedroom, you can expect around 3,000 square foot, and the expected price should be around 3 million dirhams. This is DAMAC's story. If you come to the Emaar side, Emaar is going to launch a townhouse community below that, like very close from, if you look at the map, it's like below DAMAC community. What prices you can expect? Now, Emaar recently started increasing the sizes for townhouses. They increased sizes, they introduced big sizes in Emaar South. And there is another example of Valley. Let's take another example of Emaar. Let's say the size would be approximately 2,200 square foot. Now, obviously, on the basis of Emaar's brand name, and Emaar has a big brand name, and obviously that community would be very bigger than DAMAC. I am still hoping that Emaar might announce 1,000 dirham, less than 1,000 dirham per square foot, and that is for a reason also, because every location has its own value. Now, if you look at the map closely, you will see DAMAC property, the DAMAC plot is located above Emirates Road. So that makes that community more convenient or more accessible towards the city as compared to the Emaar community. Although they are right opposite to each other, but then DAMAC community will always have the edge. Second thing, Etihad rail track passes from the DAMAC's community. So that is an additional add-on benefit to DAMAC itself. All right. Obviously, eventually RTA is going to connect the metro from the Expo City towards the Etihad rail. So this is going to give additional benefit to the DAMAC community. All right. Although Emaar is more popular in communities and they deliver what they promise. So for me, both of them are good investment opportunities. It's just like, choosing between BMW and Mercedes.
So this is a good question, by the way, because the client's asking what to do in this case when there are new communities, new launches in the same time, similar projects with townhouses. How to pick up the right project, or should they look at both of them? So what advice can you give?
How to pick up the right project? See, everybody, now, if you are an end user, then it's very easy to decide. Obviously, you will look at the layouts and you will see which layout is more suitable for you. Because when it's an end users are more thinking about the layout than the community itself or the brand itself. Whereas if you are an investor, then you will, like I gave you a hint, that you will go for a community which is smaller in size and at a better location. So obviously, if I compare out of those two communities, whichever community is smaller, it will have advantage over the community which is bigger. And why is that? Because obviously it's a common sense. A bigger master plan would take much more time to develop and to make it a mature community as compared to a smaller master plan. So comparing a community of 1,400 units to comparing a community with the community which can provide maybe, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 units, obviously the community which will have less units will always be a better choice. But then obviously not everybody would get over their units. So DAMAC has the advantage of having smaller community and at a slightly better location, whereas Emaar has advantage of their brand name itself. So as a whole community, I think Emaar community would be much better than DAMAC. But on the other side, DAMAC would be able to deliver the whole community with everything infrastructure ready and everything on place, completed over there, than Emaar. So if you are looking at a long-term investment, which is, I'm talking about 5, 6 years or 7 years down the line, then obviously the bigger project will make more money. If you're looking for like quick buck, where the number of units are limited in supply and a slight better location, you would go for a smaller community.
Okay, so in this case, clients, what should they do without any official information? What will be like the steps which they should follow?
Now see, this is funny because see, I come across a lot of clients. They say, we ask, okay, can you please submit your EOI? Now EOI, for everybody to know, it's expression of interest, right? Now the term itself explains everything and makes everything easy for people. All right, I appreciate the developers who accept EOIs because they double their job. So I am ex-developer who has a lot of demand of my product, and I'm still suggesting you to submit EOI. EOI means you express your interest. Doesn't matter if I'm asking you for check, doesn't matter if I'm asking you for money transfer. EOI means this check or this money will be transferred back to you, right? So I don't understand when people tell me, or when my agents come and they tell me, my client is interested to submit EOI, but he have to think about it. EOI is made for this. You submit your expression, you put yourself in the queue, and then think about it.
Yeah, so basically UI meaning you are putting yourself in a line, so you are more or less secure to get your...
Yeah, so if I am ex-investor and thinking to submit EOI, but on the day of launch, and then complaining and blaming the broker to not get me the unit, obviously it doesn't work like this. You know, you submit the EOI, think all that time, if it's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month's time, and get at least in the line, get the options. You want to change your mind, take your documents back, finish. You know, at least you were in the queue. If this is why you have two options, either you go for it or you don't go for it. But if you did not submit the EOI from the beginning, now see, the smart investors, this kind of investor, you will find majority. With all due respect, they are wannabe investors. An investor don't think, he act. The people who are thinking, they wanna be investors, but they are not like actual investor who want to invest. The other guy, he would give 5 checks to 5 brokers.
Yeah, and real investors know that investing in the first phase in new community is the best deal in the market.
So that guy, obviously, we also hate as brokers. That guy who is giving like 5 checks to 5 brokers. This is also obviously not good for us.
Bad competition.
But for him, because he is serious. Look at his seriousness. He's giving 5-10 checks to 10 brokers just to make sure that he gets the unit. He understands the market, he appreciates the market, and he acts a little smarter than this.